Hi, guys. I am Layla Letitia. I am a life coach. I do focus on mindset. I help you shift your mindset and I also help you manage your mindset towards success. So, if you are watching this free webinar, this webinar is entitled, The Power of Mindset, and also the entrepreneurial mindset, okay, will be covered during this presentation, okay? So let's jump right into the power of mindset. Now, what is mindset? So what is mindset? So by definition, a mindset refers to whether you believe qualities such as intelligence and talents are fixed or changeable traits. Mindset is the established set of attitudes held by someone based on experiences, upbringing, environment, etc. Mindset, in more common terms, is how you approach the world and what you believe is true. Now, what is the mindset of an entrepreneur? Now, the entrepreneurial mindset is about a certain way of thinking. It's about how you approach challenges and mistakes. It is the inherent need to improve your skill set and to try again and again. Now, why is mindset important? Your entrepreneurial mindset is what you need to propel yourself forward in your business. Now, when it comes to success, your mindset is the most important predictor of your future. Okay, so the power of mindset. Let's continue. Now, why does mindset matter? Now, the reason why being confident in yourself and why mindset matters is because mindset plays a critical role in how you cope with life changes. Remember, everything begins with your mindset and it branches out from there. So, if you believe that your talents and your abilities are static, then there is nothing driving you toward making an effort to grow. And so this is what we like to call our fixed mindset. So in complete contrast, if you believe that there is never ending potential to learn new things and to grow your talents, we call this a growth mindset. Now, again, we have fixed mindset and the growth mindset. Now let's take a look at these heads that I added on this presentation. So it gives you an example of how the growth mindset thinks and how the fixed mindset thinks. Now, that growth mindset, he's going to tell himself or herself that failure is an opportunity to grow. So meaning they can learn from their mistakes and they can keep on going. But for that fixed mindset, they might say failure is the limits of my ability. So instead of them thinking that they can actually try again and do better, they feel that they are limited because of their abilities. So they feel like where they're at, they're stuck, and there's nothing they can do to change it. Let's keep looking at it. The growth mindset would say, hey, I like to try new things. And then the fixed mindset says, I will stick to what I know. This is it, this is as good as it gets, okay? Now, let's just go over a couple of things that a person, how they would think if they have that fixed mindset, and also how the mindset works for someone that has that growth mindset. So we're going to just go over some quick examples of, what a person with a fixed mindset, what they may say to themselves, and we're going to show them what you should say to yourself with the growth mindset, okay? So the fixed mindset, you're going to probably say some things that are going to just keep you stuck. So I love this image of the fixed mindset with the lock. So it's very, very easy to correlate having that fixed mindset as your mindset being closed. It's very much so that you do not grow because your mindset is locked. You need a key to unlock it so you can go over to the growth mindset. So let's go over a couple things that you may say if you have that fixed mindset. You might say that, hey, I am completely not good at this because, hey, I am only good to, to a certain point, to a certain part. You can't do better than what you are, right? So you're not good at this. This is as good as it gets. You might tell yourself, hey, I'm awesome at this. And this can be very, very harmful in a way that if you're awesome at something, you feel like there's nothing to improve upon. And it's okay to be awesome. It's okay to be confident. But if you do not allow yourself the ability to grow, then you're going to get stuck. Okay. Simple as that. Okay. You're going to say, I give up. So as soon as things get hard, you give up. You do not have the ability to think that just because it's hard that you can actually achieve. You just throw in your towel because you will give up as quickly as you started. And so you're going to tell yourself it's too hard. Again, your limited belief in yourself, you're going to tell yourself that it's too hard. There is no way that I can achieve this because it's way too hard for me, right? You're going to tell yourself that you cannot possibly make it any better. There's nothing you can do, right? You cannot possibly make it better. Or you're going to say, hey, I made a mistake. And you're going to stay in that valley of the mistake forever. You're not going to be able to make that mistake. You're not going to be able to identify that you can learn from that mistake and grow because you're going to be stuck in that mistake valley for a long, long time. Of course, you're going to tell yourself that you just cannot do it. You're going to compare yourself to others. You're going to say you're not as smart as them. And of course, you're going to say that whatever I do is never good enough. And finally, you only have a plan A. So you don't have plan B, you don't have plan C. So when plan A doesn't work, you say, hey, I tried, but that's as good as it can possibly get from me, okay? Now, on the other hand, with that growth mindset, you want to try thinking, I love this image here, of the tree, meaning that in this possibilities, the branches are endless. They can go any direction, up, down, because you are growing constantly. You're constantly growing. And as people, I believe that it's very, very important to grow every single day because I believe as humans, we can learn something new every single day. And the great thing about learning something new every single day is that you can learn something from a child, a teacher, a bum on the street. We can learn such great stuff from people every single day because we have the ability to learn all the time because no one knows it all and no one will ever know it all. So we have that ability to learn every single day. So a growth mindset, we're going to say, hey, what am I missing? So if something doesn't turn out the way that we want it to turn out, instead of us freaking out, we're going to say, what am I missing? You know what I'm saying? So say you're putting together a bookshelf and it's lopsided, right? You're going to say, oh my gosh, what direction did I miss? You're going to go ahead, you're going to relook at that, look at those directions, and you're going to redo it so that you get that bookshelf up straight. But you're not going to give up because you say, hey, what did I miss? Okay. You're going to say, hey, I'm on the right track. I'm on the right track, So it might not be 100% perfect, but you identify that you are on the right track. You're going to say, hey, I am able to learn some strategies that I learned in this coaching class, that I learned on this online course that I take, that I learned at work. You're going to say, I'm going to implement what I learned so that I can move from A to B, okay? Also, you're going to say, hey, you're going to be able to recognize that some things take time and effort. So when you're not getting your desired outcome right away, you are able to identify that, yes, it may take some time and effort. As an entrepreneur, a lot of us, we want to see returns on our investment right away. But sometimes to grow successful businesses, it does take some time. I like to talk about being a virtual assistant now. As a virtual assistant, I have worked in all types of things. I've done virtual assistant work, I've done websites, I've done it all, okay? And when you're trying to be a virtual assistant and you're starting your business and you're looking for clients, as you start off, you want a client right away, right? And so if it takes you 5 months to get a client, some virtual assistants will throw in the towel because they feel like they should be able to get a client right away. Yes, in some cases, people are able to get clients right away, but just because you did not get a client right away, but what about when you got a client 6 months into your business? You got your first client 6 months into your business, but during that 6 months, you were improving your skills, you were becoming a expert at your skills. And so when you get that client at 6 months, guess what? You provide that client with such expertise work and such great work that they referred you to what? 5 other clients that referred you to 5 other clients. And then your business is growing. So yeah, the first 6 months was a little slow, but wow, think about how you took that 6 months to grow, to shape, to become an expert, to fine tune your programs. And now look at you, a successful virtual assistant. Okay, so we can identify with a growth mindset that it may take some time and effort, and we're okay acknowledging that truth. Okay. We can always say that I can always improve. Again, there's no harm in trying to improve ourselves. There's no harm in trying to take that Excel, that advanced Excel course so that you can provide pivot tables for your client. There's no harm in improving your skills. And, you know, it's okay to train your brain in certain things. You know what I mean? Now, I build websites for clients and I'm not an expert, you know? So if a client wants something specific on his website or her website and I do not know how to do, I'm very transparent. I'll tell them that I have never done this before, but I will get it done for you. And how do I get it done? I train my brain. I do the research, and I figure it out. Okay. So the growth mindset, I'm able to tell myself that I can figure out just about anything as long as I put my mind to it and I work hard at it. I can figure out stuff. Okay. Also, you know, we can identify that mistakes help us learn better. Mistakes are for our benefit. So, you know, you can't think that mistakes are, you know, to our doom, but you know, they are to our benefit. And also, if you're looking at yourself like that person with a fixed mindset, they're so busy comparing themselves to other people that they can't see the bigger picture. With a growth mindset, we're going to say, hey, I'm going to figure out how she did what she did, right? I'm going to figure it out, okay? So we don't look at that person that is achieving better as an adversary. We look at that person as someone to learn from and to grow from, okay? And, you know, then we can identify when we're not doing our best and be okay with it, okay? Because I know there's been things that I've done. I'm like, oh my goodness, did I give it my best effort, you know? And I'm able to identify that, but I'm also not able to get stuck like, oh my goodness, I'm just horrible because I didn't give it my best. No, I identified that I did not do my best work and I move forward. And finally, you know, we understand that there are 25 more letters in the alphabet. And so if plan A didn't work, we're okay to move on to plan B. Okay. Now, just imagine you can shift your mindset. So let's say we can get off that same old street and we can go to Change Boulevard. What are some things that you need to do so that you can shift your mindset, right? So the first thing is probably the most powerful shift that you can do when it comes to your mindset. And the first thing that you want to do is that you want to change your self-talk, okay? Now, the conversations you have with yourself are a direct reflection of your mindset. If you are telling yourself, I'm not good enough to achieve my dreams, your thoughts will create your reality and your mindset will hold you back from having the life you want. Now, to upgrade your mindset, change your negative self-talk to empowerment speech. I know. This sounds a little cliche, but telling yourself, I can do this and I got this, it really works, okay? The next thing, after you change your self-talk, you want to change your language. Yes, you want to change your language. So after changing your inner thought dialogue and the story that you're telling yourself, change the way you talk to other people. You want to try to avoid phrases like, I'm always like this, or I'm always doing this for an encouraging growth mindset, right? Furthermore, make it a habit to talk about things that are going well in your life instead of complaining and talking about your problems. Now, this is going to encourage a mindset of abundance instead of fear and lack. The next thing is another important thing to do. You want to determine your mindset, right? You want to determine the mindset that you need and act as if you have that mindset, okay? So, for example, I want you to pick a goal that you want to achieve and ask yourself, which mindset do I need to achieve this goal? And which mindset do people have that are successful at doing this goal? Again, So, what mindset do you have to achieve your desired goal, right? Now, for example, healthy and fit people, they might share a mindset similar to this. They might say, I love taking care of my body and nourishing it with whole foods and exercising daily. Okay. Now, if your goal is to be healthy and fit, act as if you already have the mindset of a healthy and fit person. So, by doing this, you're basically tricking your mind to adapt to a new mindset and reinforcing it with the action. Okay. Next, you want to learn and apply. Learn and apply. So, read books from great minds to understand and adapt their thinking. Read books about how the mind and the brain works. Learn from mindset experts through online courses, events, and even coaching, and also taking this challenge, of course, right? Learn how to shift your mindset. This is a key one that a lot of us are very resistant to this step. But you want to surround yourself with people that match your desired mindset. Okay. Now, for example, if you want to upgrade your money and your success mindset, you have to start hanging out with people that are very successful and they have an abundance of money flowing their way at all times, right? Because it is easier to adapt a new mindset when you see that it's already working for other people. You want to learn how to think and adapt their daily habits to match their mindsets. You want to take their mindset and adapt it to your mindset. Pretty simple, right? It seems simple, I know, but if you really practice these skills that I'm telling you today, you are going to actually see a shift in your mindset and understand the power of mindset and how it works in your life. Okay. Next, you have to create new habits to support your mindset change. So you have to create new habits. You can't say, I'm going to start having, for example, the healthy, fit mindset, but I'm going to continue to eat fast food every single day. They don't go together, right? So you can't, you can't say I'm going to do something and then complete the same habit. You have to change a little bit, right? So you got to create new habits to support your mindset change, okay? So integrate powerful habits into your daily life that help your mindset change and reinforce your thinking with the action, okay? Now, if you're upgrading from a fixed to a growth mindset, schedule time for learning and start noting down your learning and achievements every single day. Now, for example, if you're upgrading from a destiny to journey mindset, practice being mindful, enjoying the present moment, and celebrating small successes. Now, remember, doing small things consistently will have a huge impact later down the road. Okay. And finally, you have to jump outside of your comfort zone. So jump outside of your comfort zone, okay? Now, if you put yourself in situations that challenge you, you will have no other choice than to rise to the occasion and upgrade your mindset. Because you know why? It becomes a necessity to survive, right? Now, I like to use an example of, recently there was a lady in the Bronx that she kind of jumped into a lion's den. Not sure why, but at that moment, she had to adapt her mindset to survival, right? So very much, if you put yourself in a situation that's very challenging, you have to rise to occasion and upgrade your mindset. So ask yourself, what situations can I put myself in that will require me to operate on a higher mindset? So basically, the ideal here is to engineer your environment to train your brain. Okay, so you're gonna, again, the ideal basically is to engineer your environment to train your brain. Okay. So this next slide is just a reflective slide. I hope you get this one thing. You are what you think. Yes, you are what you think. Okay. If you think that you are unable to achieve, if you think that you cannot speak publicly, if you fear that you do not have the intelligence to do something, you will be stuck. Okay. Again, you are what you think. So please be kind to yourself. Think great things about yourself and help manage your mindset towards success. Okay. Now, a little bit of my story. I'm going to just do a quick story about me really quickly. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on me because if you are going to be continuing working with me through the Pause Boot Camp and through other coaching activities that I have, you're going to learn way more about my story. But the quick story is that I grew up around a lot of negative energy. I didn't have anybody as a kid growing up telling me that I was beautiful, telling me that I could achieve anything, telling me that I can be anything that I wanted to be. I was definitely a victim of very, 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 very negative type of support. Okay. Now, I knew at a very, very young age that this wasn't right. I knew that, that even though I was surrounded by negativity, I didn't want to be that way. So even though I picked up a lot of the negative mindset, the negative thinking that I was surrounded by, I knew that I did not want to be this way. So I knew something had to change. And that was when I decided that in my early 20s that I started to see a therapist because I knew that the way that my mind was wired, that it was keeping me stuck and it was keeping me from living my best life. So again, with anything in life, you have to identify the problem to find a solution. So I knew at a very, very my early 20s, late teens, that there was a problem with the way I was thinking. There's a problem with my self-esteem. And all that stuff did become a result of my growing up and how I grew up. But we're not going to finger point or talk about my family, my parents, but just say that I was in a situation that was very, very harming to my mindset, my self-esteem, and my personal growth. Okay. And I knew that with therapy and I was able to change my direction. I was able to change the cards that were dealt and I was able to deal myself a new hand. Okay. So what mindset, I don't want anybody to be stuck in a mindset that keeps them paralyzed, keeps them from receiving the blessings, because we should all have growth mindsets knowing that we can achieve all things with hard work, dedication, and faith. Now, we're going to quickly go over signs that you have an entrepreneurial mindset. I'm going to go over quick things that you want to have as an entrepreneur, okay? The first thing you want to do, you want to know that you take action. So most entrepreneurs, they are willing to take action. They're not scared, they take action, right? The second thing you can talk about is you're not scared. You're not scared because um if you're scared or you're not scared, like if you are not scared, that means that you're gonna set yourself up for failure in the end. So you're scared. Again, I did say it wrong in the beginning. The first attribute was you want to take action. The second one is that you are scared. So I do apologize. You are scared. You are so scared of failure that you work so hard to make sure that you do not fail, right? So you're scared. Next thing, you're very, very resourceful. You can figure out what you need to figure out. And I love to talk about MacGyver, an 80s show that I watched when I was growing up. It was a show about MacGyver was his name in the show, and he would be in some tough situations, but he used the resources that he had to get himself out of sticky situations. So as an entrepreneur, you're very, very resourceful. If you do not know the answer, you know how to get it. You don't say, oh my gosh, if say a client and they wanted you to do something and you did not know exactly how to get it done. You're going to get on your computer, you're going to do your research, and you're going to figure out how to please that client. So you're very, very resourceful as an entrepreneur. And you are fearless. I cannot say it more than you are fearless. You are willing to take the risk. You are willing to fail to make your business successful. And finally, you welcome change, because as an entrepreneur, you have to be able to welcome change, because with everything changing all the time, you have to be able to adapt, be flexible with that change. Okay, so those are quick 5 things that you can identify with having an entrepreneur mindset. Okay, again, I'll go over them quickly. You would have to be you take action. You're scared. You're very resourceful. Excuse me. You're fearless, and you welcome change. Okay, now managing your mindset, you're going to discover some major things. You're going to discover confidence. Okay, confidence in yourself. Remember, confidence is something that needs to come from within. Okay, people cannot make you confident. That comes from within. Okay, and manage your mindset. You are going to find and feel that confidence that you have lacked for a long, long time. It's going to change your overall life. So change your mindset. It's kind of like a dominoes game. If you set dominoes up and you see one fall, it'll have a ripple effect. So as you change your mindset, you're going to see your whole life changing with your mindset, which is a beautiful thing. And finally, when you manage your mindset, you open yourself up to unlimited possibilities in your life. Okay, guys? So hope you enjoyed this very, very quick webinar on the power of mindset. Thank you so much for joining me, and thank you for taking this challenge. Okay, I hope this challenge is going to be impactful in your life, and I hope this quick webinar on the power of mindset helps you understand how important the mindset is in our lives. And please leave this webinar with this one statement. Remember, mindset is the most important predictor on how your life will turn out, guys. The power of mindset. Remember, mindset matters. You guys, thank you.